So this will probably be a part 2 of my drive today. I'm gonna go into Center City and mess around there. It looks like it stopped raining. I'm already down here, so. Right where we're at now is where Kensington Ave turns into Front Street. Curl to the left, and that this just follows the elevated line, the L above us. This will just follow this down to. I think it goes all the way down to the water. But this is, we're getting into lower, this is lower Kensington we're getting into right here. I think they say lower or eastern, I forget what it was, but this is the part of Kensington that's been gentrified already. This is the part of Kensington that the news won't show you because it's really nice. You'll see, you can't, damn it. You'll see coming up all the new construction that's going on. Like this building right here on the right, that just got bought out. That's going to be high-end condos, and then all this right here that's all that's going to be too on the right. Here's the Berks train station, and then as you can see there's more all new construction here on the right. Say, it's only about a 10-minute drive from, maybe 15 with traffic, to get from Center City to Philly. And you see, here's all this more construction. It's both sides of the road too. Look over there. Look at this big building getting put up right here. This part of the neighborhood is growing real fast. And what they do, of course, is because you can get, what's that called when you get your house assessed? People, you know, it's got to be a certain amount of area, like maybe like a mile or half mile, where you can, you know, get the different houses appraised at, and you can use like examples from the neighborhood. You know, people are finding, I don't want to say crooked, but more lenient assessors, and they're, you know, using assessments for houses that are down here that are a lot more for the neighborhood up in, a little bit higher up in Kensington. But this will all be, it'll all be up that way too. Now, this is kind of like where Kensington ends. Hold on. This is like kind of when it gets to, go around this fucking dude. This is when it gets to Port Richmond / Northern Liberties neighborhood. We're going down into, this will be more north, well, I'm making it right here, but Northern Liberties is right around here. Down there a little bit further. That's a really nice neighborhood. That's another neighborhood I might consider moving to if I move back to the city, if I can ever get my shit together and move down here again. I love city living though, man. I love it. I love being able to just get up and leave your house and do whatever you want. Go walk, have any type of food you want to eat, and just a 5-minute walk to anything. I love that. I mean, sure, you got to deal with all the murders and robberies and all that crap, but you know, city living. Been in and out of this city for 25 years now. I got robbed 1 time, 2 times. And one of them was completely my fault. I shouldn't have been where I was. We're coming up on, this is Girard Ave, by the way. We're coming up on where the methadone thing is for that Amber wants to go to. Program is right down here. I'll show you. From what I'm hearing though, this because of fentanyl so deadly, they're not kicking people off the methadone clinic for hot urines anymore. Which, I mean, that's how I got kicked off mine, was a hot urine, and then they violated me, my parole, and took me to jail. And then I had to withdraw from, it's like 190 milligrams cold turkey in prison. It was one of the, it might have been the worst experience of my life. It was, I think I did 7 months in jail, and I still wasn't shitting right or sleeping right. After 7 months, my body still wasn't right. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is it right here on the right. Right there, I'm sorry. You'd make a right here. And it's right there on the right hand side. Now, you're going to get a first look at Center City here coming up. That far from Kensington. In fact, if you get on the L, it's like 6 or 8 stops or something. It's not a lot. I still can't taste this stupid coffee. I hate it. I can just tell it's hot. That's it. Right on the Fairmount Ave. This is my brother's neighborhood coming up. Well, up farther, but This is coming up on the Fairmount section of Philadelphia. Brewery Town is another little neighborhood that's right up here. It used to be horrible neighborhoods back when I first moved here. That was when we'd come from the suburbs to get drugs in the city. We would go to it's like 21st or 18th at Jefferson, but Jefferson was like, we used to call it Pill Hill actually. It was like the known spot to go get your Xannies and perks and stuff like that. But it has slowly changed into one of the, I think it's the best neighborhood in the city, just because of its location. This is Broad Street we're crossing over now. Shit, I should have went that way, god damn it. I'm gonna drive up right here and show you guys Eastern State Penitentiary, which is right up this way. They do a awesome haunted house ghost tour type thing every Halloween. It's like the whole month of October, maybe? Yeah, October. So they pay all these people to dress up as zombies and all that stuff, and they'll just walk around the neighborhood around it. It's a square block, the prison. And they'll just walk around the whole square block like zombies and stuff. First time I ate an edible after I was sober, it's been like 15 years since I ate one. I ate it, and then I wanted to go for a walk outside. It was a nice night. I started walking down out the back of my brother's apartment down the street, and I look up and there was a couple guys doing the Michael Jackson Thriller walk towards me, and I almost shit my pants. I was terrified for about 3 seconds, and then I remembered it was Halloween, and so I had a good laugh about that. I think I might even screamed out loud when it happened, like a real bitch. So my brother lives up this way, up here. I love coming down this neighborhood though, because all you gotta do is leave this house. You can go 3-minute walk to the art museum. 15-minute walk into Center City, South Philly. 15 minutes to Old City. It's all right, right in that area. Which makes, that's why I love Philly, because it's small enough where you can walk anywhere you want. Or me and my brother had e-bikes for a while during COVID. We got e-bikes, so you could just take them. You can get anywhere in the city with them. And if you can see coming up here on the right. Eastern State Penitentiary. some of these houses around here are freaking ridiculous. Now, if I was gonna go straight here, I'd end up at the art museum. But I'm gonna go down Green Street so you can see how nice these streets are here. Nice little big houses. This used to be, these used to be all mansions. Now they're, you know, most of them are, there's still a couple single family homes, but most of them are you know, broken up into different, multi-unit places. This is 21st Street. If you would go right there, that would be the, there's Whole Foods flagship store. It is so cool in there. They have like these dry aged beef rooms or for steaks, and they have a whole seafood place, a cheesemonger, and then they have this like cafeteria, a cafe to eat all hot food. They got a ton of Indian food there that's really good. It's great food, but it's expensive, man. Go down this way and get on Broad Street, head into Center City. I want to see if I can I thought it'd be stop raining by now, but I want to see if I can see any of the where the homeless people are at down there. There's a gentleman's picture I have I want to show. Broad Street, and as you can see, that is Independence Hall Street ahead. here you get a lot. I don't want to put the camera on him right now. He's right there, but you get a lot of panhandlers who come up this way where there's more cars and stuff. So a lot of people will go, you know, will head down this way and do all their panhandling, and they're sleeping and whatnot. But they just go up to, once they get their money and all that, they'll go up to Kensington to get their drugs or whatever. There's this building right here is the convention center. You can see that way. There's the I came into it. There, that one right there is the Comcast building. That's the biggest building on the East Coast now. Now, if I were to go left, either here, well, you can't, but, or the next one would be Arch, and go a couple blocks to the left, you would run directly into Chinatown. And Reading Terminal Market is that way too. And then the Fashion District, you keep going that way. That's what that way. And then further down, once you get to like 5th Street and below, that's considered Old City. That's where all the Liberty Bell and all that, Direct Declaration and all that stuff is located at. So we're coming up on the the circle that goes around Independence Hall. I'll show you guys where the place called Hub of Hope. So, hold on. That building right, oh, that's hard to show you. So right here, this building right there, if you were to go underneath that, in there, and to the basement, there's a thing called Hub of Hope. Yes, sir. How you doing? You all right? Yeah, be safe, all right? Man, that's... I cannot stop giving away my money to the people that ask, like, my change. That's why I don't like carrying a lot of change on me. I don't know why. I just always just give it out. I feel bad. But then I'll go to the store and try and buy something and I'll be $1 short and kicking myself because I just had that much money in my pocket. But, you know, it is what it is. Now we're gonna go down Broad Street. This is now the south side of Broad Street into South Philadelphia. Fun fact about Broad Street, it is the longest, straightest road in any city in America, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, but that could have been another one of those dumbass facts I learned somewhere that's completely wrong, and I tell everyone it's, you know, who knows. I think that's right, though. Yeah, so now we're going down to South Philly. This is the, what's it called? Hold on. Right here on the right. What's it called? The Kimmel Center, that's right. The Kimmel Center's there. And, oh, I'm sorry, the Kimmel Center's here. And then one of the cool spots to go in Philly is South Street. It's awesome. Well, it's cool. On a nice day, it's fun. Just gotta watch out for big groups of young kids there. They get wild there sometimes. So that's the only time I'm scared in Philly, I'm being honest. Is big groups of kids. They don't give a fuck. Anyway, this intersection now, that's South Street. So you go left there, and from here, which is like the 15th Street, all the way down to Front Street, there's it's just a cool place to walk, cool shops. You know, back in the day, we used to go down there when weed was all illegal and stuff, because they'd had the a bowl shop on there, and we used to go down there to get our nitrous oxide little canisters to get high off that stuff. What I'm doing now is I'm just going down to Broad and Snyder to see if there's a big, I keep hearing from my friend that there's a big homeless section down here, or encampment happening at Broad and Snyder. There used to be a Suboxone doctor I used to go to down here, who was the most corrupt piece of shit on earth. His name was Dr. Summers. I used to bring girls up there with me, and then, you know, they would just get naked for him in the room, and he would give us whatever scripts we wanted. He was such a piece of shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved him back then, but, you know, looking back at it. But he's in the feds now, doing prison time. But his office was down here, and there used to be, oh man, thousands of people hanging out down here outside of his office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Broad and Snyder, where I hear they're usually at. And I hear they're at 7th and Snyder too, so I'm going to go down Snyder and then up 7th Street or 9th, whatever it is. 7th, but then I want to go up to 9th so you guys can see the... Oh wait, no, never mind. I have to do that on the weekend when the Italian market is jumping. It's cool to drive through there. Should be coming up to it pretty soon here. South Philly has such good food down here. They have the Italian market which is amazing. But over the last, 30, 40 years, it's all Mexicans that work in restaurants. So it now is half Italian market and half Mexican market, which makes it so much better in my opinion, because you can have best of both worlds. Got some of the best tacos you can eat. There's a place that's really popular in Philly. It's called South Philly Barbacoa. It's been featured on Chef's Table on Netflix. Well, anyway, that's in South Philly. In the Italian market it is. It's these slow roasted tacos of lamb meat. They are so good. But then there's other Mexican places with tacos. So good. Except my whiteness shows through with the tacos, because I don't like the corn tortillas. I like flour ones. But corn tortillas taste like you're eating wet cardboard, in my opinion. All right, so this should be Broad and Snyder. Well, not. Passyunk is the next one, I believe. That's where, if you go to the left there, that's where Pat's and Gino's and Pat's and Gino's Steaks are. About 8 blocks to the left from right here. This one we're pulling over through right now. That's Passyunk Ave. This is Snyder. Maybe because it's raining. Alright, I see a guy over there. A couple people over there. But nothing like crazy. Snyder Ave. I'm gonna go down to 7th. There's a really big Asian community down here too, so you can get awesome Asian food. A lot of Vietnamese restaurants down here, really good. I'll be honest with you, I don't see too many, doesn't look too bad here, but again, it's raining in the winter time. So here's the you want to get killed in Philly, move that carp spot over. And you will they take that shit serious in Philly. Now I'm gonna go left up 7th Street here. And there's a lot of... there's only a couple cops over there. Looks like there's a lot of people at the intersection. What do I know? I'm gonna go up 10th and go back to the city through the Italian market. I don't think they have the stalls out on the weekdays anymore though, so I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's really cool to well, maybe it's 9th Street because 10th's going the other way. Yeah. People don't realize, the reason I wanted to come down here is people don't realize how bad South Philadelphia's heroin problem, drug problem is. But it's, well, so back when I reference stuff, this is from when I used to get high. I don't know what's going on down here now. So up in North Philly, they had the open air drug market in Kensington, Philadelphia, North Philly, in Logan. They have an open air drug market, meaning you would just drive, and when you're getting, as you're coming up to blocks or corners, the people would just scream, wet, dope, rock, ratty, rock, dope, barico. That they just tell you what, as you're driving by, what you wanted. And then you just stop and they'd come right up to your car. It was like a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 367 days a year drive-through to get heroin and crack. Literally whenever you wanted. And I mean, it was every intersection. Probably like a 20 block by 20 block radius in North Philly. There was like where pretty much every street corner you went to, you could get drugs, or they were screaming for drugs. Now in South Philly and West Philly, it was more, you know, you needed to know someone's number to call them. There wasn't like the out on the block. That seemed to be just like a North Philly thing. So it was a little bit more, you know, hidden away. So I never really came to South Philly because I lived closer to North Philly, and you just pull up and someone's there. I don't know if anyone ever tried to call a drug dealer, and then when they tell you they'll be there for in 5 minutes, it's 12 days later, you're still waiting. But that never happened in North Philly. You just pull up, they'd get your stuff. And now, a lot of what happened in North Philly, though, so I think I went the wrong way. I don't know. It might be up a little further. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to you. Now, what happened in North Philly a lot is the cops would let you go in there and get any drugs you want. You do your thing. But as soon as they seen a white guy, leave Kensington, they just stop you, rip you out of the car, search you. Alright, so There's Pat Steaks right there. And then here's Gino's. This is basketball courts to the left. I mean, if you come down here on a Friday night, 3 o'clock in the morning, this neighborhood is jumping. There's JJ Steaks, they're good. And then here is this is the Italian market right here, guys. And where all the cars are parked here on the right, and on the left, there's no cars here on the weekend, right? And so what they do is, they'll put like, you see where all these skids are right here? They'll put the skids down, they'll stand on the skids back here, and then people will walk up and down the sidewalk and just, you know, order their produce and stuff. And I'm mad. God damn it, I'm stupid. I just drove by that South Philly Barbacoa place. But look, if you see here, oh, I'm sorry, I tried to show you a Mexican restaurant, but you see how they have it here with the vendors on the road. So you would walk up the sidewalk, on the sidewalk side, and order your produce or whatever like that. There's another Mexican restaurant there. It's really it's as much as a Mexican market thing as it is a Italian one now. But they'll do like there's even a couple pizza shops down here where they'll put like the El Pastor meat on the pizzas, and oh, it's so good. Here's Lorenzo's Pizza right here. 9th and Christian. That's a really famous South Philadelphia institution, pizza-wise. Up here on the left, I don't know if you see Sarcone's Bakery. That's another really famous Italian bakery here. Really famous. You know, I'm gonna go down Fitzwater Street and go back up. You can see Center City back here in the distance. But I'm gonna go back on the Broad Street and drive up, and then head back into Kensington, and then I'm gonna look for interviews now. But it was good to go down here and show you South Philly, a little Center City. It's I love South Philly, actually. I don't come down here not enough. It's awesome. 11th Street. This is 11th Street. This is really a lot of different restaurants and stuff here. But, you know, Philadelphia officials, I mean, I am a liberal, or I like to say progressive, so I vote for them, and they're freaking idiots that mismanage the city. And now they just voted to take away all the outdoor eating in Philadelphia. Like, I don't know why they just stop everyone driving in Center City. Just let people walk around. It's so much nicer like that. Like, when it's nice out, hopefully I still have this YouTube channel in a couple months. You guys aren't sick of me, so I can show you what Philly's like on a nice summer or spring night. There's something in the air with Philly that you could just feel. when it's a nice night out. And Philly can be so much fun, but it's Philly, so it can turn crazy too at the flip of a switch. You never really know. You just gotta watch your P's and Q's and you'll be all right. Like I said, I had two bad things happen to me in 25 years here. One of them was my fault, so I say one bad thing. My brother has lived in North Philly for 15 years. I don't think anything bad's happened to him. He had he plants tomato plants outside his house, apartment. And as soon as they start getting ripe, a lot of homeless people will start picking them and eating them. And he gets mad at that for a minute, but then he's like, wait a second, if it's a homeless guy, can I really get that mad at it? So he gets over it. But that does get frustrating for him. That, and he gets his packages stolen. But, you know, I think you run into that in every city. I'm not trying to make excuses for crime. It's just, you know, it's part of living in a big city. So now this is, like I said, this is Broad Street. We're going to go around the Independence Circle, and what am I trying to say? Independence Circle, and then up Broad Street. Where should I go on Spruce and show you guys? Nah, too many people going that way. So right up here in the center, in the middle of the Broad Street, that's where a lot of people, because you can see City Hall being right there, so a lot of people will, god damn, that light just turned, already honking. So a lot of people will stand in this middle section and take their wedding pictures and stuff like that. And then there's a guy that's been, he comes down here, I think he's been here 3-4 years now, where he'll set up right here, right at Walnut and Broad. Like right there, right in the middle. He sets up his barber's chair, and he brings his stuff and he gives homeless people haircuts for free. I mean, he gets a ton of views and stuff on YouTube and social media from doing it. He's been doing it for years, so he's a good guy. I usually stop if I'm walking around the city. You know, what I do is like I'll walk down this way, because I just like being out. Like I said, I like staying busy, and I don't like staying at home. So I'll just come down here, just go walking around and take pictures. But when I see him, I always throw, like, you know, I put 10, 20 bucks into his tip jar thing. Just because he makes good money doing it from his PayPal and all that, but, you know, he deserves the donations, in my opinion. I'll always give him a couple dollars when I see him. 'Cause he cuts the homeless guy's hair, but he like, you should hear him have conversations with him too. Where he, like, with the human element, almost kind of like how I do it, mine. It's kind of very similar to that. And it feels good. So right here, we're halfway through, you can see there's Independence Hall there. That way, if you'd make a right there, that's Market Street. You can go down Market to Chinatown's that way, and the Fashion District, and where they're gonna put, or where they're trying to put, the Sixers' new stadium, if they get their way. It'll be down, oops, that way. That's gonna be like 40-something minutes into this boring ass video, so I guarantee you no one's gonna listen to that fart. Okay, right here to the right, down there, That is 14 or man, now I'm an idiot. $13.99. I forget. Anyway, it's God, I'm having such a brain fart. Anyway, that is where the courthouse is in Philadelphia. So you'd go there. Well, me, I'd always get taken there from, you know, jail and sitting in the basement for 15 hours waiting to go to court. But it's right back there. I can't remember there's Filbert Street. That's the name of it. This is the Pennsylvania Convention Center. So basically now I'm just going back up Broad Street.